Hello, it's Matthew. It's the 27th of November 2016. The time is now 1:10 a.m. and it's northeast of the UK. And I've got some Mexico cam images in front of us, and you can see basically where the redness on the horizon is the haze of the red oxide coming from the Nibiru system. And you can see now where the sun is going down and it's being covered by this haze, because Nibiru and the Nemesis star is between us and the sun now. And the chemtrails, you can see on the screen there, the chemtrails are failing as the sun is getting ultra hot, sending solar flares 8 minutes from the sun to here. And it's just getting to a situation where the sun is being affected. It's been affected by the Nibiru system before, 6 times before the pole shift that happened before many a times. There is proof that the Earth has gone through a shift many a times, and it's going to happen again. You can see here as well where the sun is not the way it should be. Now, many years ago, you subscribers and viewers would notice back in the early 80s, 90s and 2000s, as I said before, the sun was not like this. It was a nice, just a nice shape, nice yellowness to it. But now it's just looks like a faded object that's being burnt. And also, it's not its healthy looking thing. It's not its healthy looking sun, the healthy looking sun that we saw before. And also, it's a big giveaway that there's something that's there covering its reflections is the darkness of the Earth. Can you see the buildings and stuff? It just looks very, very dark and very dim. This is because we've got either the simulator that's covering most of the brightness from the sun, or we've got the heavenly body that's very close now. That's basically, it looks like an eclipse. It looks like a solar eclipse all the time, every day. Around the world we are looking, it just looks like a solar eclipse. If you look at solar eclipse videos, you will see and notice how dim and dark it looks on the land, and this is what it looks like it's doing now. And I believe that we've got this object, this heavenly body in front of the sun. There's more. You've got Nemesis, the brown dwarf, and you've got Nibiru and the moons, and basically any of them can easily cover up part of the sun. Now the simulator could be turning up the juice of the brightness of the sun to make it look as if there's nothing there. Okay, now we've got to be aware of this, because the government and NASA and other space agencies, they all know what's going on. The military know what's going on. They're up every day chemtrailing 20 to 30 planes the other day on Thursday, chemtrailing on Friday. And also now, well, tonight it's foggy. I wanted to go out tonight and do some footage, but it's very foggy, and it's red haze. We're getting a red haze in the clouds. Also, you can see here on this image where, again, the sun doesn't look right, does it? I mean, look at the darkness on the city in Mexico. We were looking at the Mexico cams last year. There's many people that look at the Mexico cams. Okay, brilliant channels. You had Smith the Mister. He was always on the Mexico cams, and Dill Martin, and Steve Olson, and many others. And the thing is, it wasn't as dark as this. So the system's here. It really is here, because the camcorders, the Mexico cams, they weren't like this. The darkness is just a giveaway. It's a big giveaway that the system is here now. You really got to understand this now, okay? I'm trying to save lives. I would like, hopefully, that you would prepare yourself to, get things, and because the thing is now, it's here. Many people would say, oh yeah, whatever, Nibiru, it's all fake. No, it's not. This system's been here 5 to 6 times before. There's history. The Earth has shifted. The pole shift has happened 6 to 7 times before. There is evidence, scientific evidence of this. And basically, it's a situation where they don't want you to know. They just want you to keep paying your taxes, and they want the banking system to carry on. They come up with this these glamorous false flag events on the news media, and all these stories and things just to keep you focused on the television, to keep you focused on paying your bills and carrying on right to the very end until they get their bunkers fixed and developed. They've spent trillions of dollars of your taxpayers' money to get all these things that they need in order to survive for themselves. Let me tell you something, they're not going to survive, because when the shift happens, it's going to tilt and rock. It's only going to be for a short time, but let me tell you something, it's going to be one of the biggest events in your life, okay, and mine, and everybody else's. So basically, you can see on this webcam as well, there is an object that's showing just below the sun, and it's at the 5 o'clock position, and you can see it. I don't know if it's a simulator or a heavenly body there that's on or it's not lens flare. I've checked this out, I've looked at it, I've done many angles on this image, and I've also enhanced it and changed the development of it and everything, and it's coming the same, that it's not some lens flare. Okay, it could be the simulator that's causing the shade, but there is something, okay, that's up there with the sun, that's dimming the sun. It's causing the sun to not reflect properly onto the earth. And every image that I've noticed now on the Mexico cams is like this. I mean, look below, it should be bright and just clear for everybody to see, but it's dark, it's dim, and at the wrong time of the day. People obviously have got to see this. I was out on Friday, and it was dim like this, okay, it was dark, and I said to somebody when I come out of shop and that, and I said, look, it's rather dim, isn't it, today? And this chap turned around to me and said, look mate, I'll tell you what, this, I haven't seen it like this before. It's very golden, it's very brassy, it is dim, and I've not seen it. I've not seen the sun like this, before. And at least people are starting to look up now. People are starting to understand and look up and see that the things are changing now. Can you see this image here as well? That the sun is going down. The thing is, I believe that the simulator doesn't work at this point. It sort of moves away because the system will be hard to see too far on the horizon. But when the sun is up in the air in the afternoon, that's when the simulator's working, and the simulator is causing the halo. It's all covering and cloaking technology used by other machinery up there to stop people from the public from noticing, because they don't want mass panic, because mass panic is civil war, and civil war is big trouble, World War III. Now, we don't want that, do we? We just want, basically, for the truth. We just want the truth, because the Sumerians and the other other ancient people, they saw this coming. They saw this coming. They didn't have any chemtrails and things. There was no banking system there. No government sort of running people like the way they are now. It's just basically they saw their fate, really, And here we are with the sun again. And also, can you see the reflection at the bottom there? Now, I've been saying this before, that is Nemesis. That is the dwarf star, just at the bottom. But that, you can't, it's a reflection that's coming through. So you've got the two reflections. You've got the whiteness of the sun that's above, and then you've got the dwarf star reflection from the bottom. Now, the thing is, this has been happening nearly every day. And people say, oh, the red sky, it's quite common. No, it's not common. Not every day, not the morning and not the night time. Not every day. We're in November now, and look at the skies. And have you ever seen these skies in November like this? I haven't. I haven't seen them like this. The thing is, even pets, they get very agitated about it as well. I've got my dog, and every time I want to take him out the back, and he just runs back in when these chemtrails are up. He just gets very worried. And, it's not nice to see. People are starting to get irritated by it now, because it's causing us humans and animals and wildlife and, plant life and things to be very, very infected by this, because we're all part of the stars. We're all part of this Earth, and it's, it's messing up our system, Anyway, so here's the sun again, that's behind the chemtrails, and it's a sad state for sore eyes. Look at it; it's just not looking as well as it had been before. You can see where it's trying to burn them clouds, the hydrogen off the cloud. The thing is with the chemtrails, people have also reported the smell of burning as well on the when the skies are thick with the chemicals. There's been strange noises around the world that's been videoed and basically recorded. So there's been very, very strange situations going on. And also I believe that there is objects up there in space that are looking down at us. They are there and they know the system is here. And it's like they're waiting for the big event to come, really. Here's the sun again on another cam. It's just basically where these clouds are trying their hardest. These chemtrails are trying their hardest to block the sun, but it had worked in the past, okay? But now it seems to be breaking up and it seems to be failing. As I said before, the chemtrails are failing. I believe they are now. You can see down on the roads and the town, it's just a very nasty, dim colour. And we have never had this before. The only times we've had this is when the moon eclipses the sun. So the moon's not eclipsing the sun, what is? Very, very strange. But we're all going to know the truth. We're all going to find out eventually for ourselves. We're going to stand there and say to the people that dismiss this, the negative people, and say, well, look, our work paid off at the end. So, you know, there's the truth. There you go. Anyway, so this is the sheeting that Ian Gordon was talking about on an email, which I said this morning. The chem sort of sheeting that's there for the sun to burn off its fuel, and it's also causing a problem where they're using this for the ozone layer. It's gone. It really has. The ozone layer is finished. It's gone. So they're trying their hardest to stop these harmful rays also for coming through. But how long is this going to last? You really got to ask yourself this question. And again, on this image, you can see where the land, the roads, you know, it's very, very dark, and it's like it's eclipsing a heavenly body that's up there. So what I'll do is I'll be looking at more webcams images tomorrow, and I'll do another video. Here again is the sun, and you can see the chemtrail that's gone through it, and the haze, the misty haze of chemicals that's up there. The thing is, our magnetic field of the Earth is being agitated. The Van Allen belts, everything is being agitated and aggravated right now. And this is down to the poles that are shifting. The ice caps are melting, and the more the ice caps are melting, the seas are rising, and they are rising at a rapid pace, and we are not getting told anything. Here where I live, the sea level is very high, but people don't realise, they don't see it, they don't see the naturalness of what's going on. So I want to try and get this out to people so they are knowledgeable about it. Anyway, so until tomorrow, take care, and respect to everybody for sending me, well, basically viewing the channel. And thank you for all your emails and everything that you're sending through and your images. And I will send out more images tomorrow. And respect to everybody. And I'll do another weather report. And take care, from Matt Rogers. The sun is going down, and it's being covered by this haze because Nibiru and the Nemesis star is between us and the sun now. And the chemtrails, you can see on the screen there, the chemtrails are failing as the sun is getting ultra hot, sending solar flares 8 minutes from the sun to here, and it's just getting to a situation. Hello, it's Matthew. It's the 27th of November 2016. The time is now 1:10 a.m. and it's northeast of the UK. And I've got some Mexico cam images in front of us, and you can see basically where the redness on the horizon is the haze of the red oxide coming from the Nibiru system. And you can see now where back in the early 80s, 90s and 2000s, as I said before, the sun was not like this. It was a nice, just a nice shape, nice yellowness to it. But now it's just looks like a faded object that's being burnt. And also, it's not its healthy looking thing. It's not its healthy looking sun. The healthy looking sun that we situation where the sun is being affected. It's been affected by the Nibiru system before, 6 times before the pole shift that happened before many a times. There is proof that the Earth has gone through a shift many a times, and it's going to happen again. You can see here as well where the sun is not the way it should be. Now, many years ago, you subscribers and viewers would notice, saw before, and also it's a big giveaway that there's something that's there covering its reflections is the darkness of the Earth. Can you see the buildings and stuff? It just looks very, very dark and very dim. This is because we've got either the simulator that's covering most of the brightness from the sun, or we've got the heavenly body that's very close now. That's basically, it looks like an eclipse.